Ragin here, and this is the Ragin Thoughts Hour. Why? Because I would like to talk about Call of Duty in this video. More specifically, Modern Warfare, but I will touch up on other CODs because the subject at hand also comes into play with other CODs as well. As you can see, I am not online right now. I am playing with bots because that shit got me upset. So anyway, what I'm here to talk about is, first we're going to talk about Modern Warfare. I know the game is only like, what, we're in December? Like a month and a half old, so consider this kind of like a first impressions in terms of the game. Now, for Modern Warfare, we've had some, content updates. Just recently, the season or battle pass or quote free DLC was released. Which, if you think about it, it's not really free because you do have to spend, money to get all of the tiers, all of the battle tiers. So, wow, okay, I got shot in my face. So anyway, there is some free things on the battle pass that you could get that you don't really need it, but Infinity Ward knows damn well that people are gonna want all the battle tiers, so to see the loophole in terms of calling it free content. So why is it on this game now that if you play multiplayer, why is everybody running the most, in my opinion, the most overpowered perk on the game, which is Ghost? And if they fully bitched out, then they're running Cold-Blooded, Ghost, and on top of Ghost, they're running Tracker, where you can see your footsteps. So yeah, this is kind of my problem with the game. Well, yes, I understand that the game is something, different, where it's more tactical, or excuse me, tactical is in terms of gaming is an excuse for camping. And basically the game feels like they completely did not think about, people who rush, people who like to run around, move around, and do all this, just like to run around and get kills. Now, my main thing is, why would you do that? Because now you're alienating like an entire play style, where people, some people don't feel comfortable with camping, they don't like to sit in one place. Now, I know some, the game requires you to, change around your play style and do this and do that. Yes, but hell, that could be applicable to any game. Because you could run into campers on any of the previous games and you did have to adjust your play style. But in this one, it seems like even if you do, you're still getting killed by someone hiding in a fucking corner. Like, you could get the whole entire drop on them and they'll still kill you. That's if you don't run into a claymore or you don't run into a proximity mine, which you're starting to see more often on multiplayer, which is proximity mines. Now, they are avoidable by crouching, but still, that doesn't make them any, less of a problem. So, now my thing is, where's the promotion and customization if everybody's just gonna keep running the same thing? And, I was playing with my brother, a few days ago, and he brought up that point, and I agree, he's right. Why is it that everybody has to run the same 3 perks or the same perk, and nobody's running anything else? Now, there are people who don't run Ghosts, and it's very, very rare that you'll see anybody who doesn't run Ghost or Cold-Blooded in any scenario. So that's the thing, like, this game doesn't promote any customization. It just promotes you to camp and use Ghosts and just hide in the corner. Be honest with ourselves. The only way you really gonna see somebody who has on Ghost is if you get an advanced UAV. You know why? Because the advanced UAV at the very least shows them on the map. Like, it doesn't show the direction like it would somebody who doesn't run it, but you'll still be able to see them. Now, let's ask the question. Who on this game is getting an advanced UAV other than getting lucky in a care package? Now, to be fair, there are some people who possess the skill to get advanced UAV, but I have yet to see somebody catch that shit other than a care package as previously mentioned in the game with straight gun kills. Or even if he has on kill chain, it's very rare that you'll see somebody catching that. That's what I'm saying. In my opinion, the perk of Ghost needs to be watered down. Watered down. Because even if somebody's not moving and you have a UAV on and they have on Ghost, you still won't be able to see them. So my proposal is if someone is sitting still and they have on Ghost and a UAV is up, you should be able to see them. As far as moving, that's fine. So, you know, my thing is just like, you know, that's just my thoughts on the game so far. I feel like there is, you know, the Ghost perk outmatches, you know, the other, you know, red tier perks, cause, you know, or second tier 2 perks, let's just call it that, by so much because of, you know, the things that you could do on it. And in another light, to change the subject, why are they putting old game maps in these newer games? Can they not come up with like new map designs? Like, I understand, you know, it's hard to come up with something new. It's difficult. And you know, sometimes you have to look back on, you know, older things as a blueprint. But when it comes to you just blatantly taking a map that was in an older game, like for example, the map I just picked, Cargo, Crash, Modern Warfare 1 maps, and you just putting it in a new game, that's not, like, no one's learning the new maps, you know, because even with people who want to join the series, that puts them at a disadvantage. You know why? Because they're playing with veteran players who know all the spots on these older maps, and there's no way they can win. There's just no way. Like, this problem has been happening since, like, what? You know, I'm gonna use Black Ops 4 as an example, since those are the new. This one and this game is the new one. Black Ops 4 had so many old maps in it, but like they put in Nuketown. Like, we got tired of seeing Nuketown. Why is Nuketown in all 4 games? You couldn't make a map that's like new and redesigned and kind of in small like Nuketown. You just had to blatantly rip it off. So it's like, where's the creativity in the games? Like, you say it's something new, but yet you're putting old shit in a new game. I guess their motto, what's old is new. That shouldn't be the case though. Wow, he threw a fucking knife at my chest. Amazing. But yeah, like, don't say something's new and then you're just gonna put old shit in the game. For example, the Peacekeeper. The Peacekeeper has been in 3 games. It was in Black Ops 2. It started in Black Ops 2. They put it in Black Ops 3 as an assault rifle. And it was in Black Ops 4, of which it felt like a pay-to-win gun. You know why? Because people spent a bunch of money on boxes. They got the Peacekeeper. And whenever you went up against somebody with a Peacekeeper, you 75% of the time lost that gunfight. 75% of the time you were losing that gunfight. So that's what I'm saying. The thing is putting old content in new games, and they'll market it as it's something. And that's the thing that I don't like about, you know, the state of the COD community. And of course, you know, there's always gonna be the superheroes of the COD community, and they're gonna say that I'm hating. No, I'm not hating. Is any Call of Duty game perfect? Absolutely not. For example, I happen to like Black Ops 3. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. But my thing is, my gripe is, with these past few games of them putting old content in the game, instead of making something completely new. That's the problem. And you know, the fucked up part about it is, these developers, they know that they can do this shit, and you're still gonna buy the game, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's the fucked up part about it. And people will defend them. Will defend these developers for it. They will wholeheartedly defend these developers. Like, if you're gonna make a game and you're gonna say it's something completely different, I do not want to see old content in it. Now, if it's something that's, you know, redesigned, revamped, then that's perfectly fine. But if it's a blatant ripoff, then I'm not gonna be happy with it. Cause that's the thing that they do. They take your money. You spend $100 on these cards. They market it in a way that they know they're gonna grab your attention. You know, they play with all this good shit in the gameplays, and you know, that thing they know is gonna catch your attention, and that's how they get you. That's how Call of Duty gets you. For example, it's like iPhone. Now, iPhone, I won't lie, the camera's great, but Call of Duty and iPhone have so much in common. They'll give you the same game, put old shit in it. You know, they'll put in some new features, like, you know, how the game plays the more slower pace, as in Modern Warfare, to use an example. But at the end of the day, there'll still be bullshit. Now, in terms of iPhone, oh, new camera. Or, oh, we just added a new camera onto the phone. That's what Call of Duty is. They're basically putting out the same thing, just with some new features. You know, the slower pace, like I said, is some different stuff. But the game at its core, same thing. Because you still die off of bullshit. You'll still die off of bullshit. Like, you shoot somebody, get the drop on them, like I said, and you'll still fucking die. That's what I'm saying. But they know they can, like, hold on, listen to me, people. Your money is your weapon against these developers. They know that they have a loyal base and that people are going to get caught every year. I'm making this apparent to you because this is the same shit that's done in business practices. When somebody knows they have a loyal base and there's no other kind of arcade style game to challenge them like COD, because let's be honest, despite Modern Warfare, overall COD as a whole is an arcade style FPS game. They know they can do this because there's no other arcade style thing out there. They know they can do this because they know you're going to spend your hard-earned money to buy this game. They know they can do it. That's why they keep doing this shit. So until time goes on, they're going to keep hyping you up, using this new shit on these gameplays, and then they're going to keep using YouTube as a front. Because let's be honest, a lot of these niggas are salesmen, and they won't tell you the real bad shit. And if they do, they'll make the bad shit look like good shit. They're salesmen. Now, of course, people are gonna take that the way they want to. But let's be honest with ourselves. 9 times out of 10, what is it? Oh, this new Call of Duty is awesome, dude. It's amazing. And then once you get the game, people start revealing the bullshit. and then the game gets bad. And to an extent, I won't say it's all the developers' fault. The community has a hand in it too because they expose the bullshit. And I don't know how the developers won't see that this shit won't be exploited. And they don't wind up fixing it. They said they fixed footsteps. No, they didn't. You know why? Because everybody's footsteps on the game still sounds like the fucking Stampede off of Lion King. So don't give me that bullshit. So that's what I'm saying, y'all. These developers, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, no difference. They know what the fuck they're doing with with their business practices. They know exactly what they're doing. They're gonna hype you up with new shit. You get the game, they start adding in all this old maps and shit, calling it new content or new free update when none of the shit is new. And they're gonna keep doing it until we get something that can challenge Call of Duty as a first-person shooter, or until the day we actually realize and break the cycle of, you know, Call of Duty not, you know, catching us off guard like that. It's just gonna keep happening. I'm out. Peace out. But speaking of out, I'll be out. And remember, always rage out. Later.